I'm not nervous yet, so it's not too bad. There's a lot of activity going on, and the chap who designed my garden's actually trying to fix the leak we've got in the stream, but I think he's done it now.
Chelsea Flower Show is so popular because the RHS just do it so well. Over many decades they've made it the best show in the world by always insisting on quality and running it incredibly well.
It didn't take me too long at all to set up, but the team that came down with the designer had 7 days to create the Hollister slate garden, and half the materials didn't arrive for a day and a half. So they've done it in like 6.5 days.
The Chelsea Flower Show is an event which runs between the 20th and 24th of May on hospital grounds in the centre of London. This is an occasion which holds many garden exhibitions by people from all over the world, including many of today's garden celebrities. We went along to Steve Blaylock's garden to see how he feels on his first time at Chelsea.
I don't know really. I'm not nervous, I'm not bewildered. I've been exhibiting at various places for the last 10 years, and to be honest, it's just another exhibition. This time I've put a lot into it, along with the chap who built the garden and designed the garden, and that's the only difference. Usually I turn up and put my sculptures into a setting, whereas the setting's been created for my sculptures to go into. So it doesn't feel like anything yet. I've made 2 sales, all of 130 quid. So it's beers out for the boys tonight.
We also got the chance to catch up with Gary Berry, who designed and built Steve's garden.
Steve asked me to design and put in a garden that would show off his work to its best. Obviously people don't really have the vision to see what a piece will look like in their own garden, so if you can create a garden and they can relate to that, it helps the customer a lot more than just putting it in what I call a shop front. The interest in Steve's work's been great. Everybody that's passed, stopped, had a look. A lot of people have inquired. We've had quite a bit of coverage from press and telly, so I believe it's come across in a good way, and it's been a good move for him to come here.
Steve was assisted on the build-up to the Chelsea Flower Show by his daughter Charlotte.
I've sort of been my dad's PA. I've sorted out all the paperwork and all the regulations and things like that with regards to building everything and having all the sculptures here. Well, it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, and you generally feel quite out of place because the majority of people here are sort of from the area, so it's definitely very upper class. It's more upper class than other shows I've been to. Well, this show is sort of make it or break it sort of thing. If we don't do well at Chelsea, then it's going to be very difficult to recover from because it's quite an expensive show to exhibit at. So if he does well here and gets a lot of publicity here, then it'll be good for him in future. And if he doesn't, then it could be quite detrimental to his career. It doesn't really, I suppose. It doesn't really affect the family an awful lot. I've always been used to my dad being away on exhibitions and that sorts of things. So it's not really affecting me an awful lot. Probably affects my little brother a little bit more because he's growing up. But no, it's not really any different.
With holding the role of PA, would you like to do that again for this type of event?
I would do, yeah, better pay and a bit more time, and yeah, I'd like to do it again. It was quite interesting.
Months. Lots of months of research. When I say months, not constantly obviously, but in between. Also various trips to the Lake District to source the slate, to get the slate sponsored. Also tripping out to get the oak, the English oak, to get that sponsored. And then a great deal of time to make up the oak prior to coming.
There's months of preparation gone into it, and as to quantify the hours, I don't really know. I mean, I've been getting up at 2-3 o'clock in the morning and starting work in the studio at 4:30, some mornings 3:30, to get the work done for here and for the odd other exhibition that I'm exhibiting at the same time. And the garden designer Gary Berry, he again has put months' work into it, and has been here for at least 7 or 8 days building the garden, and there's another week left.
I'm working for Which Gardening magazine, so I'm here researching new varieties and going around all of the different nurseries and pavilions and asking what they've got coming out this year and next year as well. It's a great time to pick up gardening trends in colours and plants, and ideas for your own garden as well, what goes well together and what you can try even in a small space. So it's been useful for that as well as for my own research.
I believe we will be here next year. Whether it's in a different area or whether or not it's in the same area, it'll make a difference.
I think I will be back to Chelsea regardless of what happens, whether it's a flop or not. I will come back. How is it going to affect my future? If it's a resounding success, then obviously it'll affect my immediate future because I'll pay my overdraft off. But if it's not, then it will affect the future in the sense of we'll all be on bread and cheese for the next year. We'll have to wait and see.